Saurabh, I understand that some of the journalists were allowed to leave after their desktops were looked at by the IT officials. Have you been able to speak with any of them?
Absolutely. In fact, I just now spoke to a journalist who worked with BBC. He just informed me that IT officials have handed over the mobile phones of BBC employees, which were taken by IT officials around 11:20 when they entered this building, and they've allowed operations to run normally, because definitely when they were looking at the systems, looking at the desktops of these employees, the journalists, that time definitely operations were affected. Now IT officials have asked BBC officially to operate their functions, operate their operations normally in India. We all know there are several BBC outlets are here. BBC Telugu, BBC Marathi operates from here, BBC Tamil operates from here, BBC Punjabi operates from here, and as we have reported in the last bulletin as well, we were talking, Maha, that they have searched every desktop. They've asked employees to log into their desktop. They looked at the desktop and then they went to the search button, they typed tax and searched, and then after they noted few things, and then they allowed those journalists who wanted to leave. After they allowed them to check their desktop, they allowed them to leave. So they have come out. They are allowed to use their cell phones and their personal laptops as well. So this is the latest detail, and BBC is expected to come out with a detailed press release once this IT survey gets over. Because it's now 6:04, so it's been almost 7 hours. This IT survey is going on. As we have reported that income tax officials are indicating that BBC has violated that tax pricing policy, and they have diverted profits illegally, and BBC was warned. They did not disclose their subsidiaries, and some funds were transferred to those subsidiaries. In fact, Income Tax Department did not disclose the name of those companies, the subsidiary companies they are talking about. So they have transferred the data and the balance sheets and the transactions BBC had done in several years. So, but that IT survey is going on, but some relief for the BBC employees who are there inside. Their phone is now with them. IT officials have asked them to run their operations normally. So BBC has started writing their stories as usual, putting out the videos on their handles. They are uploading videos on YouTube as well, because operations were also affected, Maha. So this is the latest from BBC office.
Also, Saurabh, what did the BBC put out by way of a tweet earlier in the day? Can you take us through that as well?
That tweet was this two-line tweet. BBC has said our offices in Delhi and in Mumbai, we are cooperating with them and hope that we'll resolve it soon. That was the tweet by BBC, but just one two-line tweet. But as I'm saying, Maha, I've spoken with few of journalists in BBC who are at top level, top positions. They have said that they will come out with a detailed press release once that this IT survey gets over, and definitely the way IT officials have indicated that BBC has violated several guidelines, several rules of taxation. They have diverted some profit also, and they will reply to that also. BBC reply to that allegation of Income Tax Department, as that's what BBC is saying, that these are allegations from IT department. So this is the latest from BBC office, and some good relief for the employees who were there inside without their phone, and definitely their family members were getting worried. But again, the question will be asked, the way the desktops of journalists were searched by Income Tax. That is why opposition is saying that this is the violation of freedom of press in India.